In this video, we are going to learn how to create a stacked bar chart. So if you can see under visualization tab, there is the first visual that we have is called stacked bar chart. I'll just click on it and this kind of a rectangular box will appear in front of you. Now, once the visual has been created, if you can see there are various options that are getting populated. As I told you that each and every visual has its own different kind of tools, different kind of options that are available in build visual also in format visual also. So right now it is showing me y-axis and x-axis. So before actually creating the stacked bar chart, we need to understand what is my x-axis and what is my y-axis. So if you see in this page 2, I have created a right angle. In right angle, I can see whatever is at the bottom will always be x-axis and whatever will be in the straight line, that is vertical line, it would be y-axis, right? So here we are going to create a stacked bar chart. Now, always remember in a visual, there are two components of a visual. One is dimension and one is measure. What is dimension and what is measure? So as you can see in data, there are various text fields that are there. For example, categories, their cities, their country. These are text, these are dimensions. And what is measure? Whatever the summation values that are there. So if you can see this summation icon, whatever is denoted as a summation is your measure. So always remember when you are going to create a visual, you have to create a visual in combination of a dimension and a measure. So for example, let us take an example of subcategory wise sales. So subcategory is my dimension and sales is my measure. Now, as we saw that x-axis and y-axis, we understood what is x-axis and what is y-axis. I'll just go back to the page 1 and here I'll select the visual and I'll try to put the values here. So right now, my main focus is to create subcategory wise sales. So in subcategory wise sales, I need two things. One is subcategory and the another is sales. So let us see where is subcategory. So here I have subcategory. I'll just put the subcategory into y-axis. Right now, nothing is visible because I have not put the other part of it. That is, right now I have put the dimension, but I have not put the measure right now. So measure is sales because summation value is sales. So I just drag and drop sales. And this is my first visual that gets created out of this entire exercise. Now see, as I told you that always remember at the bottom, x-axis will always be at the bottom. So see, in sum of sales, x-axis is at the bottom. And y-axis, I have put subcategory. This is my stacked bar chart that I have created. Now, as I told you that every visual has two parts. One is build visual, one is format visual. Right now, my visual is build, but let me just format it as well. I'll just go into format your visual and see there are a lot of options that are available in format visual. Let us see one by one. First is y-axis. So whatever the subcategories that we have, these are called y-axis. So I'll just drop down y-axis on. See, there are various different kind of options that are available. For example, if I want to make it bold, I can make it bold. I can increase the size of the subcategories. I can change the color also. I can change it to blue, right? I can change it to blue based on my theme. I can increase or decrease the width. Title. So right now, can you see this subcategory? This is the title to this axis. So usually I know that phones is a subcategory. So if I want, I can just remove this title. So this will be removed and my visual will look better. Then comes x-axis. So x-axis, we have minimum and maximum. So is and maximum is based on the total value data that I have. So my maximum value is 60 million and my minimum value is 0 million, right? Approximately 0 million. So in this way, if I want, I can change it manually also. For example, if I wanted to start from 1 million, I can change it. I can change it here. And if I want to stop it at 7 million, I can do the changes. Right now, because I don't want to do any changes, I'll just put it as autofill. Clear? Just keep it blank and it'll be auto. Right? Now comes values. So whatever the values that are there in x-axis, that is the bottom. I can just increase the value. I can make it bold to make it look better. And display units. Again, I can change the display units. Right now it is million. It is fine for me. Any which way there are no decimals into it. So if I want, I can increase or decrease the decimal also. And then title. I know that this is a value field. So sum of sales title I don't need. So I'll just remove it. Right. And then in bars, I have various different colors that I can give to different bars. For example, if I want to give phones, I'll just select phones. If I want to change the color of fonts to black, I can change it like this. Or maybe green. I can change this like this. Right? So I can give impact to these visuals by changing the color. Right now I want everything in the single color. So I'm keeping it at single. But we have an option of changing the bar colors. Then border. So this is the border that you can put for your visual. So you can add the border to the entire bar, right? Now, most important thing is data label. Right now, I can only see the bars. I cannot see the values that are there in the bar. So I just click on data label. So I'll get the labels here. So label is very, very important option that is available in this visual. So see data labels. Under data labels, I have selected all. Position. Right now it is auto. So if you want your data label to be outside the bar, so you can put outside end. If you want it inside end, so it can be shown as inside end also. This looks way better, right? And then inside center also there is an option, and inside base there is an option. So whatever based on your visualization type, you can just put the values as per it. Then if there are any details that you need to, if you want to have a background, so you can create a background also. So these are the various changes that we have done in my visual. Now I want to change the title, so I'll just make it to sub cat stage. Subcategory sales. Just make it bold. If you want, you can change the color as per the theme. You can make it blue, right? And you can add the background also to it. Any background you like, something like this. Right? And you can increase the size of it. You can just make it center, right? Let me just change the background color a bit. So let us not have a background. Then we have a divider. I can have a divider, which we saw earlier also. Let us change the color of divider and let us make it dashed or dotted. and spacing also you can manage. So these edits we had already seen in the last visual also. So in this way you can create your stacked bar chart. That is it for this lecture, and I see you in the next lecture.